For me, if I am sexually attracted to a person, oh my God, the voice is a lot lower. If I am on the phone with the person, right? Without me even thinking, I get wet. So I was turned on by this guy without even knowing. You don't want to hear my bedroom voice. God, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it, especially on the phone. Boy, especially on the phone. And maybe it's nighttime and I'm in my room in the duvet, in a duvet with the AC on, the lights out. And my eyes are closed. My eyes are shut. You know the imagination will be wild. What does sexual attraction feel like to you? I'll give you 15 hot signs to recognize it. My name is Jane Lawrence. Welcome to my channel. Now, even if sexual attraction is always portrayed in movies and books, the details aren't as accurate in reality. However, sexual attraction is not the most important thing, but it's part of any relationship. You can't experience sexual attraction if you don't know how it initially feels like. And contrary to popular belief, it's not just about sex. This kind of attraction drives everything in a physical sense, and it's also what helps two people connect. See, I think that sexual attraction is a collision of two bodies merging into one, but it's also more than that. You experience a surge of endorphins and dopamine in your body, making you feel good and happy, especially when you're around a person that you're so attracted to. Lastly, you feel an abundance of desire and passion for them. Now, you should take note that sexual attraction isn't just felt between couples, but you can also feel this for anyone. You can. So here is the 15 ways to recognize, sexual attraction if you feel one. Number one, your body will tell you. Your body is a strange yet extraordinary part of you. It's crazy and you may not even believe it if you have not yet experienced it, but your body will tell you. See, don't try to analyze it. Though your brain is connected to your body, sexual attraction starts in the body, not in your head. Sexual attraction is about the art of physical connection. So you need to listen to what your body is telling you. It's called sexual attraction for a reason. And it's because your body comes first before anything else. So pay attention to what your body is telling you. Okay? Number two, your body mimics who you are attracted to. The funny thing is that you won't even notice that your body is doing this, but if possible, pay attention to how your body reacts to certain people around you, especially the ones that you're attracted to. Now, this mimicking is called interactional synchrony, which is the foundation of how we communicate through imitation. Now, how do we teach babies to communicate? It's imitation, imitating. How do you teach people to speak a language? It's through imitation. Crazy, right? So this method goes for all types of attraction, including mental and emotional ones. It's the reason we tend to mimic those we secretly like, such as a crush. So through mimicking, we try to bond with that person. Number three, your body feels physically warm. You know the feeling when you become really embarrassed, right? You can feel the heat start up from the legs and shoot up your body, and you start to feel all sweaty. That's the same feeling you get when you're sexually attracted to someone. Your body becomes warm, your heartbeat increases. This is why when your desire is kicking in for someone, your body as well as theirs, that's if they're attracted to you, also goes warm. So if you're looking for a way to get physically warm, sexual attraction is the way to go. Number four, dopamine kicks in. Now, that probably means absolutely nothing to you. Okay, so first, you need to know what dopamine means. Dopamine, this is a chemical that is produced in the brain, and it's basically responsible for you feeling sexual attraction. It makes you sexually aroused, and it gives you the feeling of butterflies in your tummy. That grrr in your tummy, that's dopamine. It causes that. Dopamine is one of the classified happy hormones that make you feel good along with endorphins. It's also the reason why you get addicted to something or someone. So there is a dark side to this happy hormone. Okay. Number 5, you find yourself touching them. If you're wondering, what does sexual attraction feel like? It's the way you're drawn to touching the person that you're attracted to. Maybe you didn't even realize it, but when you're talking to them, you playfully just touch their arms, or when you laugh, you touch their shoulders. But when I say playful touching, I mean playfully touching. And everything starts with a simple touch. So if you notice that you always feel drawn to touch them subtly, then that's your answer to what does sexual attraction feel like. Number 6, you remember the small things. You remember the small details. Look, it's weird to think about this since we like to believe that whatever people tell us, we remember. However, if you are sexually attracted to someone, you remember the details they tell you. It's called considerate memory. Trust me, there was something that I told someone, and I didn't really think that they would have heard it, or they took it seriously, or it stuck in the head. It was later on that we had like a time. We were just talking about something, and instantly they reminded me of what I said. And I'm like, okay. So you heard what I said years ago. So that means you still remember what I said years ago. Now, I'm not saying that this person remembers that when you were 5, you broke your arm, but they might remember how you like your coffee or what your favorite color is. Again, it's for the same reason you tend to remember even the tiny details about someone you care about or even like. Number 7, you feel like a magnet is pulling you. So if you're wondering what sexual attraction does feel like, there is a reason why passion and desire are two strong emotions. It literally feels like you're being pulled into them with a magnet. And this isn't some crap that I came up with. This is science. It's called cellular attraction, which means your cells are attracted to their cells, and it's causing a pull. This makes you want to be physically close to them, and you want to touch them. It explains the feeling of being drawn to someone you're sexually attracted to, as if an invisible force is pulling you towards them. Test this out when you're next to someone that you think is sexually attracted to you, and you are sexually attracted to them. If you sit next to them, slowly just move a little bit away from them. Most likely, that person will follow you and get closer. Number 8, you think about them when they're not around. If you went out on a date with someone and you haven't thought about them since you parted ways, well, that probably means that there wasn't a great connection. Maybe you had a good time, but there wasn't that click. Now, the click I am talking about could be a mental or physical connection. So if you're wondering what sexual attraction feels like, it's constantly thinking of them when you aren't together. The desire for them feels, who is this imbecile honking? So as I was saying, if you're wondering what sexual attraction feels like, it's just basically you constantly thinking of them when you both aren't together. You know, the desire for them feels so strong that your thoughts can't help but go towards them. If you're not thinking about how they would be a good kisser or what they would look like on top of you naked, chances are that you're not sexually attracted to them. Number 9, your heart rate increases. Just like your heart rate increases around someone you have feelings for, the same thing goes for sexual attraction. Your body will be filled with all kinds of hormones such as oxytocin, endorphins, dopamines, all of the themes. So this is the science behind why your heart rate increases whenever you see the person that you're sexually attracted to, especially when you come in close contact with them. Now, remember what I said, about your body revealing everything on sexual attraction. This is one of them. Number 10, there is this constant eye contact. One of the evident answer on what sexual attraction feels like is when there is eye contact. So if you're constantly engaging in eye contact, you could be sexually attracted to them. After all, eye contact is the most intimate way to express sexual desires from a distance. And there is no reason you both should be holding gaze if there isn't anything sexual attraction between both of you. Number 11, other people just comment on your tension. Because when there is an evident attraction between two people in a room, the people that notice it the most are the people around you. It's just evident in the room. So if you are at all wondering why or how it feels like to be sexually attracted to someone, it has a lot to do with how people constantly observe your tension. It might not be evident to both of you, but this won't be true for others because they would notice it. Number 12, you feel oddly nervous around them. You feel anxious and nervous around this person. This is where the entire concept of having butterflies in your tummy revolves around. Even when you just spot them across the room or when their presence is around you, there is an odd sensation of anxiety and nervousness. Number 13, your voice just changes. Your voice just changes. Just like any form of attraction, your voice tends to change when talking to someone that you are attracted to sexually. This is also why when talking to someone you like, your voice pitch either decreases or increases. For me, it decreases. But don't be self-conscious about this, as it completely is normal. In fact, it's been found to make your voice more appealing, if anything. For me, if I am sexually attracted to a person, oh my God, the voice is a lot lower. You don't want to hear my bedroom voice. God, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it, especially on the phone. Boy, especially on the phone. And maybe it's nighttime and I'm in my room in the duvet, with the AC on, the lights out, and my eyes are closed, my eyes are shut. The imagination will be wild. See, let's just move on. Number 14, your hugs tend to linger. It tends to linger. It's the lingering sensation of touches. So if you hug or you put your arm around them, it lasts generally longer than when you do the same for others. This is because you're attracted to them sexually or even romantically, and subconsciously you don't want to let them go. Number 15, you feel turned on. Hey God, let me dwell on this one. It doesn't get any more evident than this, as this is the most obvious definition of what sexual attraction is. When you feel aroused or turned on by them, no more words needs to be said. You are sexually attracted to them. End of story. End of story. For me, especially, okay, if I am on the phone with the person, right? Without me even thinking, I get wet. And how I know that I get wet is after the conversation, I go, and it's not like we would be talking about anything sexual, nothing sexual at all. Or for the fact that he's someone that I like, someone that I really, really like. I have fantasized about him. He could be saying something out of love, not even, he could be saying something that is not sexually related or so. But I would observe without me knowing that I was turned on, and I go and I wet my pants with a little bit of juice, only for me to go to the toilet to maybe ease myself, and I feel some greasy something, and I'm like, so I was turned on by this guy without even knowing. That means I really like you. For me, that is a perimeter to know, to prove that I am sexually attracted to this person. And that's not an easy feat. That's not an easy feat. It is the rare. It only happens to a person that I am sexually attracted to. So you find out that you're maybe semi-erect, or you're fully erect, or you're wet. It happens all the freaking time. It happens all the freaking time. I'm just thinking about it. I'm just all the freaking time. All the freaking time. Why am I still rambling on this? Because I'm remembering the good old days. Sexual tension. Sexual attraction is cool, especially when it's reciprocated. So, what does sexual attraction feel like? Sexual attraction is all about what your body is trying to tell you. So, all you need to do is just listen closely. There are so many ways to decipher if what you're feeling is sexual attraction. All you just have to do is listen and observe closely. So, what does sexual attraction feel like? These signs are how you know for sure, for real, if what you're feeling is sexual attraction. If that's the case, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Mwah.